Alrighty dann, auf geht's. Game number 1, best of 5, and it's a Terran versus Zerg. Down to the bottom of the map we have Bomber taking down MVP and Ruin today, and he is going up against none other than the one and only, the Dong. Starting to the top left from merry-go-round on a 3-player map after defeating Lenok in the first round, and then later on Alicia in the second round of the WEC Qualifier, the Korean Qualifier of course it is. He is going up against Bomber in the finals. It's the best of 5, and whoever takes it here is going to qualify for the main event. So once again, JaeDong going for the 11 out of 10, most likely going to start with a hatch first against the Terran opponent. For Bomber, what you would usually expect is him to go into not only the barracks, but also taking the gas and opening things off with the Reaper. That's one of the builds that you can go for here. Bomber, a player who's also, depending on the map, known to go into a CC first, but we have at the front already the SCV ready for the barracks. The barracks is being built at 12. And we're going to see him get the gas in just a bit for his Reapers. So the Harvester going down for that natural. That's what we see for JaeDong here. JaeDong, by the way, with the first scout to the top right. Doesn't get the scout off towards the bottom left, to the bottom right immediately. So doesn't get it right off. But still, the last game was decided by JaeDong with an absolutely crazy last-second snipe against the Mothership Core that was trying to recall the Protoss army out of the Zerg player's natural. That didn't work, and immediately lost Alicia the game. Very frustrating for the Axiom player. Now JaeDong has to prove himself in a very different matchup, though. He's kind of playing every single matchup today, so he has to prove that he's not only good in a single one, but that he's a master of all the matchups that he could possibly play there. By the way, we do not see gas for Bomber. Bomber does not take gas. He actually goes into a faster command center apparently, with gas not taken, instead going for the SCV scout as of course the option of trying to take down an overlord if he intercepts the path, but on merry-go-round not really likely, especially since we have also JaeDong with an overlord right here at the ramp, and that already indicating that he definitely thinks that there might be a chance for his opponent to go for a double barracks opening or something really aggressive. So he wants to see if an SCV moves in for a bunker build, and therefore the scout is going to arrive very late at the bottom 3 to check out what's going on there. So scouting information late for JaeDong, but Bomber with the command center. Double gas taken in the main base for the Terran player too, whereas we have for JaeDong now with the spawning pool finishing the double queen on the way. So JaeDong has gas taken, is not going into a 4-queen defense. That gives you the option of going straight ahead against potential Banshee play. You can also like spread creep a bit faster, so it's not going to rely on that. We're going to see less queens for him in this game. Whereas we see 2 Marines moving out, and those 2 Marines were just here to look if there's an Overlord. That's what the Marines were looking for. One of the things that Terran players always try to figure out first when there are new maps in the map pool is where are the Overlords positioned for a Zerg player, and at which time are they where if they are sent in directly. First of all, it's going to help you out if you are trying to find out where your opponent spawns, if you see the Overlord. The second thing that you're going to be able to achieve is every now and then you will be able to snipe something, and then the Zerg player is already in a bit of trouble. Okay, so 1 Zergling goes down, the Marines on the high ground, getting 2 actually, getting the high ground vision. And everybody who watched Star Wars knows that if you are on the high ground, you basically win right away. On a serious note, how dumb was that battle, by the way, back then? When we had Obi-Wan fighting there and he was on the high ground, you know I'm gonna win this. And then like 10 seconds later, he cuts him down. It's like, what? Are you serious? You just stand on the high ground and then bam, you win that? That was like one of the dumbest things ever. Other people will, of course, disagree with me, but I was like pretty disappointed by that fight. Okay, so bunker at the front, complete wall coming in. Overlord is finally arriving down here at the scene of the crime. Crime being the second base for the Terran player. You never want to see that as a Zerg player. More income for a Terran, not what you want to see. Same thing true for the third base for the Zerg player. That's what we are currently having here for JaeDong. Of course, he saw the expand, goes for his own third, even before the 6-minute mark, when you quite often see that. We have still the single gas here taken, but so far, only speed has been researched. Could see the straight tech into lair for him. Second gas also on the way. Look at that, Overlords everywhere. Look at that mini-map. JaeDong is really starting to claim the map. Overlords in positions, that one a bit exposed if Marines walk over in later. There's another one, having a look at the third base, or potential third base. We have the Zalaga watchtowers taken, that are now cleared by the Hellions. Of course, it's battle between the 2 players, trying to limit the scouting information of an opponent, trying to keep the creep spread low. Yeah, that queen is now pretty upset because her baby, aka the creep tumor, was just killed. died in fire. Never a nice thing to happen. And JaeDong actually going up to 5 queens after all. So really going into 5 queens, even though he has the early gas for the speed. Usually if you're trying to play without, then we're going to see a few more than that, but still 5 queens, that's pretty solid. Double upgrades for the ground also started for him, so JaeDong with the early upgrades for the ground units. The third base has been spotted with the Overlord, gets all the scouting information that he for now needs. I don't think though that he saw the potential for Cloak Banshees, and yes, he didn't. He sees the starboard, but he doesn't see the add-on, and he does not see it spinning. Once again, Creep Tumors taken down. Pretty decent job by Bomber so far, actually. If you look at the structures killed, 3 Creep Tumors this early in the game taken out, that's okay. Lair Tech also for the Dong Harvester count. Yep, looking pretty good for both of them. Bomber with a double SCV production the entire time. JaeDong getting as many harvesters as he can with the queens here in the back, sacrificing nearly all of his lava for that. But with this many Hellions, the queens are absolutely, yeah, they are getting wrecked. Whoa, what? He didn't follow through? Oh my god, he must be... Here he comes. He must have been really scared that we would see, like, maybe a few Zerglings running in. And the Zerglings are coming in, but they're not enough of them. JaeDong didn't lose a queen. You gotta be kidding me! Finally, the Banshee moves in with a cloak and kills both of them. Snipes both queens now. For a second, I really thought that we might see both queens live, but a third now getting toasted too. Dies in flames, screaming. An attempt to block the Hellions with an Evolution Chamber already thwarted. The Lings are running in, trying to go for the surround, but nice movements here by Bomber. Really nice micro by him. Once again, the drones on the way, trying to just cut off the path of retreat, but Bomber is doing a lot of damage with this. I mean, units lost here, 10 Harvesters killed. He's trying to get more than that. 35 Lings have been taken out, 2,100 resources against 900, and oh boy, like that did certainly quite a lot of damage, especially since the Banshee in the main base has the entire time taken down Harvester after Harvester. For some weird reason is now trying to kill an Extractor, like that's not going to happen, but still, that was a very nice attack by Bomber in the end. At the beginning, JaeDong with the pulls on the queens just so on the money that I really thought he would be able to save them, but the Banshee followed through, finally had the cloak upgrade and could go in. He's going for even more kills, like Harvester kills here, 17, like, oh my god, and he doesn't even stop. I mean, this is just a wrecking fest. Has another Banshee right over there. The third base cannot be placed down because of the Zerglings, but those Banshees, I mean, they are doing work. So many Harvesters killed, and still JaeDong is on 65. He doesn't have the army supply any longer, but he just used all of his larva straight for drones. Problem for him, of course, that he doesn't really have that gas bank that he really would like to have here. Plus 2 attack and armor started. It's gonna delay the Mutalisks for him, but there's not too much that he needs the Mutalisks for. Just 1 or 2 against the Banshee will do. We don't have any kind of drop play for Bomber yet. That's something that's gonna come into the game in just a few seconds, but once that's part of the equation, we should have enough Mutalisks to really deal with that. So JaeDong, even though he lost this much, still in an, I don't want to say an okay spot, he's behind, yes, but he's not dead. And if you lose this many Harvesters, like 21 Harvesters this early and 42 Zerglings, 4 Queens, most Zergs would be dead by right now. They would just be dead in the water, but JaeDong is going for the 2-2 upgrades, faster than Bomber is. He has decent Harvesters now still. He really kept his macro up and was just replacing those Harvesters. He's a 72 against 57. He isn't really at the position where he wants to be with the Mutalisk count and in his army supply. Bomber has 62 against 28, but if he can buy himself some time, he would be in a good spot there. It's 3 bases for the Terran player though. So like with everything that I just said about JaeDong, don't get me wrong, Bomber is ahead in that game. I mean, a blind person could already see that. But Bomber is moving in, and this is now the battle where it really counts. JaeDong needs to stop that somehow, and he needs to stop it without Baneling speed. If he goes in now, he needs to wait a bit longer, just a little bit longer. Make them rolling, keep them rolling, baby, and there we go. Starting to roll straight into the Marines on creep, never where you want to engage against speed Banelings, and he's taking down that entire army. Well done by JaeDong, but Bomber, of course, with the production back at home, already getting the next wave in here. Resources lost now, 5,000, 6,000 against 3,000 for in advantage for Bomber. Another, well, the upgrades soon to be done. Another Spire started. Did he somehow kill the Spire? Like, what? When did he snipe that Spire? I'm sorry, boys, I actually missed that. He must have sniped the Spire with maybe the Banshees? Okay, my apologies. I did not see the Spire snipe, or did he actually cancel that? He has 2 mutalisks. He didn't cancel. Like, had something, what I'm talking about. But I didn't see when he sniped that. So my apologies, there must have been a drop or like maybe the Banshees. But we have the Banelings rushing in again. Bomber now not up against like Mutalisk, and that's great for him. Only up against the ground army, he has no problems expanding behind this again and just macroing it up. He knows that without the Mutalisk, there's just no real potential for JaeDong being all that aggressive. We have now the Medivacs heading to the top. I don't think he knows about the base, but he will find about it soon. Oh no, he actually cuts in. He actually changes the path of the Medivacs and moves into the left side. JaeDong might be able to secure that base for a bit longer. Double Mutalisk, that's not gonna help for too long. He's dropping on the low ground. He's trying to maybe a single Marine against a Baneling. Not going for the trade just yet. Bit of aggression against the orbital command down here at the bottom. Oh, and Breaker is starting to lag here for a second. Let's hope that he can recover from that. Maybe he was so shocked that JaeDong is currently getting such a beating in game number 1 that he by accident just plucked the cable there and bam! Power out for Taiwan. And well, for now Bomber is looking pretty decent here with 150 against 120. The first victim in this game were the 20 drones that he killed. The second victim is the second English caster that we see there. Dropping down to below 30. I don't think that he can recover here. It's gonna get pretty close. Breaker is in trouble. I don't think he can make that. He's trying, but he's down to 20. He's down to 19, and this is a struggle. I don't think they can win this fight. It looks really bad for him. Like, BattleNet is just against him at this point. Or it's the Taiwanese internet. I don't know what exactly is taking him on, but he's down to 9. He's in the single digits right now. The 7, the 5. Oh my god, I don't think that he can recover from that. This is looking bad. This is looking really bad. Oh, I expect GG any second, and there it is, down to 0, and bam, out of the game. Breaker is down, but 9 Mutalisks are about to be in. We have the base scouted to the top though, and well, Bomber doesn't really have a lot of units to take it on. We have, on the other hand, another drop in the main base this time. He's going straight for it. So, there we go. We have already another drop, taking down Harvesters, taking down also a few of the Zerglings, and Gas, by the way, that Widow Mine with 5 kills and all the way to the top. JaeDong was able to save his 4th base, and he really needs to do that because that 4th base is ready for Bomber as well. Still a 50 supply surplus for him. And, well, let's check out how much we're gonna see that income was upon. We have 63 against 61 Harvesters. The army supply at 102 for Bomber. And the one thing, of course, that Bomber is also going for him is the ability to go into the +3/+3 upgrades. JaeDong can't do that. He's so really tight on money now that he cannot throw down an infestation pit and go straight for the hive like he would want to. Whoa, those Widow Mine hits! Oh, a couple of those were really, really strong here. Bomber with a big army that he can send in. The one thing that we don't see is a Thor. Against the Mutalisk numbers, increasing a Thor would be a pretty good option, but we have so much Bioforces for Bomber here that he doesn't really feel the need to get it just yet, I guess. The +3/+3 upgrades are a bit more important for him. All the way to the top, we see that Hatch already on pretty low HP. That's half HP there. The main base is suddenly being attacked, and he needs to repair that missile turret immediately. Nope, that was too late. So suddenly the Mutalisks are in there. Marines, there are only a few blocked by the SCVs. There's like a huge panic in the main base of the Terran player. But at the same, we have to the top of the map. Suddenly also the drones just moving back because they are already aware that this is not going to be a nice day for them. Taking out the base, and there we have 4 bases against 3. Yeah, that looks pretty bad right now for our Zerg player from Korea. 150 supply against, at this point, 183 on the way. We have Zerglings rushing in towards that 3rd base, trying to do some damage. The Bioforce up here at the top, slowly moving down. He's actually in a position where he could get this base. The Mutalisks are moving in, but the ground army is there, aka Widow Mines and also Marines. He's trying to snipe it, but the SCVs are already repairing, and we have another big drop already in the main base, not used just yet, but another force heading over towards the 3rd. The Mutalisk taking down all the Marines, and he's gonna kill that. He's gonna get the orbital. The question is, can he defend in the main base? Marines are wrecking drones right now. It's the big slaughter of 2014. Everything is just dead and dying. Reinforcements streaming in, and finally able to pull it off. Wow, the Queen, look at that, with the last hit against the Medivac, gets it, but dies. That Queen died a hero. If I've ever seen a Queen die a hero, that's it. That was amazing. That Queen did everything it could and more. And suddenly Bomber is down to 120 supply. How the hell did JaeDong do that? He killed that base. Like, what just happened? Seriously, like, what just happened here? That's insane. 55 harvests against 47. This base, Bomber wasn't too worried about losing it. He said like, yeah, I already killed one of your bases. I can still do the counter aggression. But then in the main base, he didn't kill as much as he was hoping for. The Queen snipes the medevac when he tries to get out. The army that is over there, the third base, is also halfway distracted. The Bailings get their connects off. Bomber is still moving in with a big surplus. But still, JaeDong is starting to close that gap. But with a 3-3 done, can he really survive that too? I mean, he's done a great job so far staying in the game, but now he's up against the +3 attack upgrade, and the +3 armor is going to finish in just a few seconds. Does he have the composition that he needs? 7 Banelings, oh my god, like it could not be worse, I guess. No Banelings, no GG. That's not going to be an option here for him. I don't think that without Banelings he will be able to make that work. He doesn't have the ground forces anymore. Even on creep, Bomber is willing to take that fight. He knows that there are not enough Banelings to really contest the Marine numbers, and the Mutalisks alone are not going to be able to stop this push. JaeDong with an amazing game. A great game that he currently played there, but in the end it looks like Bomber is going to take game number 1 in the best of 5. He has just way too much there. The 3-3 is done, and just look at those Marines. They are finally... Are they taken out? Well, maybe with those Widow Mines. Oh! That was close. Try and run away from the... Yeah, okay, I like that. Oh my god, there's another force. I didn't even see those guys. Oh, this is just bad. JaeDong, I mean, he has played a great game. Kudos to JaeDong. Bomber just a bit too strong. JaeDong on 2 bases, only one of them mining. Bomber still with everything that he needs. The GG called, and the Dong is down. Bomber takes the first game in the best of 5 series here, the WE.